Canada needed an organization that was working on protecting public lands. CPAWS stepped into that in 1969 with the idea that nature needs half. We have almost 1,000 protected areas, and that number is growing. Where the struggle comes is what happens to an area once it's protected? What does protection mean? There's many activities that are allowed in protected areas that may make folks question a little bit what is protection. And so that's an area that we work on, is trying to strengthen that protection, so strengthen the integrity of parks.
BC is one of the most diverse places on Earth, and definitely is Canada's most ecologically diverse province that many British Columbians don't even realize that we have. Particularly for species at risk, these habitats are some of the last areas that they can safely enjoy their full range of activities without coming into contact with development. We have a campaign to protect grizzly bears. We use that as a proxy measure for conserving the entire landscape. And when you look after a large roaming species, you in fact are protecting and looking out for all the species that it depends on in turn.
I think the marine environment is every bit as diverse and spectacular as the terrestrial environment in British Columbia, but we know a lot less about it and we can see a lot less of it. A lot of the science is showing that what we need are protected areas where there is no fishing and there are no industrial uses. And so far in British Columbia, we don't have any protected areas like that. We need to actually change that balance so we actually have a lot more conserved, because that actually is going to help social and economic viability. And we really need a bit more of an insurance policy than we do have right now in the ocean.
Volunteers help us out with every level of campaigning and protecting the wilderness that we need help with. Every voice counts. We want to be able to ensure that we're inspiring others to be the voice for the wilderness as well, not just us.
We're at a critical time in history. We know what we're doing that's harming the planet. We also know what we can do to reduce that impact, but we have to act now. There is a limited amount of intact landscapes, and at some point we will run out. And so our goal is to try and maintain some of those pieces before we lose them forever.